An icon of the sport, Paul Bunyan's axe stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this when Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Badgers offense will go on the attack first. A lot of tight finishes when the Gophers and the Badgers battle for the Axe. Minnesota taking a tight one last time out.
And I promise you, Wisconsin's heard about that all year long. Minnesota getting the Axe a year ago. You see the film, you see the highlights of it, Palmer, and you want to change that starting today.
Yeah, and I think Minnesota's expecting Wisconsin's biggest punch and their best punch in this game. You're going to get it anyway because this is the biggest rivalry game they play all year, but because of how last year finished and winning that game so close, they knew Wisconsin was going to come out firing in this game.
From the gun, running back on the move. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Powers inside. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Black 14. Black 14. Ready to go.
They'll ride the hot hand. They were all over it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Right down the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for space, it's Turner. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on the counter. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Caught over the middle. It's Helms. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
On target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. It's Lindsey. Look out. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4th. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Drops back. It's Lindsey. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's looking deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. No room to bring him back. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Joseph throws to the wideout. That one just came off his hand badly.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
And nice job by this defense, really being physical at the point of the attack. There's not a lot of holes, man. They run the ball on back-to-back plays, aggressive linebackers playing downhill. Nice job by the D-line, owning the line of scrimmage. And now they got them in a situation where this is where they want it. 3rd and long, guaranteed passing situation.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They go play action with Joseph. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And
got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg.
Set to kick this one away.
These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Comes down, it's Rigby. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And what I love about that slant throw is the quarterback got it to his receiver early, and he was able to do something with it after the catch, man. When you have his speed, he is so dangerous. You put it out in front, you let him accelerate through the catch, and how about all the yak on that throw?
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense. That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go up top on second down. Back's got it on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return time to improve this field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
That's caught. It's Johnson.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Second down, going to throw it. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Clouds his way ahead. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. Fires to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Throws for the tight end and wings it incomplete. Paul Bunyan's axe is one of the great trophies in college football, but you know, they used to play for a slab of bacon before it disappeared. Had you rather play for an axe or a slab of bacon, David?
Absolutely, I'd rather play for an axe. Way more tough, way more manly. And by the way, I don't eat bacon anyways. I don't need the food. Palmer.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Moves the pocket. It's Lindsey. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, they drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throwing Joseph. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over it. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Joseph. Rushes on. Right side, it's Brooks. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Joseph on the play action. Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Hits inside, it's Jackson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Badgers are flying down the field. Throwing Joseph. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Got it down the field. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Badgers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Out wide right, it's Tracy. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On the move, it's Turner. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Run the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Joseph. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Brooks. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Badgers now use their 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Firing for the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Michigan Wolverines.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They go play action with Joseph. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Keeps it moving. It's Turner. Nowhere to go.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Ends it off on the counter. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Badgers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The fake wants to throw. Got a man. It's Tracy. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Trying to get started. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep coming after him. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Nice job by this defense, man. They've really answered the bell. This offense had a good first half. Second half, man, starting to put a couple of drives together, pressuring the quarterback, getting the sack, making this offense feel uncomfortable.
Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Makes the quick grab. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from this.
Right side, it's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50, the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn the...
He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Tries again to get it in. Defense all over him.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Out wide right, it's Turner. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his... Oh, what vision! Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. And fellas, I tell you, the Gophers are starting to give the Badgers the business end of that axe.
Yes, they are, Reese. I tell you what, the Gophers taking the lead in this rivalry game late in the ballgame, although they are set up with the way they're built, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, when you think back to all the great games in this rivalry between these two schools, it usually comes down to the team that's the most physical. And so far here, it's been the Gophers being physically dominant in the trenches.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. In the backfield, it's Helms. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Turner. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Out wide left, it's Tracy. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up with an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on, this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Badgers look as if they're ready to start swinging that axe with authority as they're starting to thump the Gophers.
Well, I think Wisconsin knew coming into this game they needed to be the more physically dominant team. And, David, it seemed like it's been that way so far.
And that's where it's good to have, to be able to lean on. Even in rivalry games with high emotions, when you know who you are and you're physical and you can be the more physical team, you can get the lead. Now, just got to hang on to it and finish the drill.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Left side, it's Turner. Got him right there.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Badgers sideline, this offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the field goal unit is on the field. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cradles it at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah,
oh, there's an alley to the left. Running inside the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Running inside, it's Turner. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Wisconsin has Paul Bunyan's axe. Goalposts have been figuratively chopped down, and the Gophers have been literally chopped down. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.